We are back in the Espresso Kitchen with one of our favourite chefs, once again, Chef Moira. Now, just last week, Moira shared her recipe for a delicious fruity tart tartin, but today we revisit the upside-down tart, but this time around, it's a savoury version using beetroot. Moira, lovely to see you again.
Oh, Ewan, thank you for having me.
Oh,
yes, savoury tart tartin, very in at the moment, and there's so much you can do with these tarts, and you can try all different types of vegetables and sweet. So today we're using KOO beetroot. People love beetroot, and I find that people also like balsamic roasted beetroot. So this is also just a spin-off of that as well. So we're doing a little bit of a spin-off on the beetroot with the pastry and a little bit of extra goat's cheese and KOO apricot halves. And just going to make a delicious dish.
Well, there we go. First of all, you
said
goat's cheese, beetroot and balsamic vinegar. Those three already are some perfect ingredients to go together. So
no, definitely.
Let's put it together. How do we start?
So let's move this over. What I've done here is I've put some sugar in. What we're going to do, we're going to make the tart in the frying pan.
All right.
So you want a greased or a non-stick frying pan.
All right.
All right. So I've put sugar in there. I've allowed it to melt with a little bit of water, and I've added in some balsamic vinegar. Now you can add in sherry vinegar if you've got sherry or red wine vinegar.
Yep.
And we've added in the balsamic, and we just let it melt, the sugar melt, and it's starting to caramelize.
Yeah, right.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sea salt into it. And what it should...
Should I give it a stir, or do you want to leave it like that?
Let's see, once it starts to bubble now you can stir it.
All right.
All right, and you can see it's going to start foaming a little bit.
Yes, so that's what you want.
That's what you want. What I'm then going to do is add in some butter. Now, this is the basis for your tart. All right. You might think, oh my gosh, sugar and everything. Moira's going crazy again. I thought she said it was a savoury.
But we know about this about you. I mean, you're always daring when it comes to recipes.
Trust me, the flavours will work really well.
That's it.
All right, so we've got a little bit of butter in there, and we're going to add in some honey. Honey goes really well with goat's cheese and the beetroot and everything. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in some thyme. You can leave it whole, or you can just pull it down and add in all the little leaves into it.
Right, so just a word of warning, if you are, using very, very hot sugar, especially that you melt down in a pan, just pay attention to what you're doing, because you do not want to have this on your skin.
Sugar is really hot. Please don't let your kids do this, unless you're watching. All right, so you can see it basically coming together now. That's really your caramel, and that's going to be the sauce for your beetroot, and that's really it. All right, so you can switch it off, Ewan.
Okay.
All right, and then what I'm going to do is now we're going to layer our vegetables. And we're using the KOO sliced beetroot. This is a crinkle cut one. It's got little ridges in.
Yes,
and it's really lovely. I'm just going to put it in here so it's easier for me to layer.
All right. And what's so nice is pre-prepared for you, nicely cut as well, which is great.
So what I wanted to do is I was going to actually make you get your hands all red, but I thought, no, let me not be so wicked.
Oh, look at you. You're not that mean after all.
No. So you have switched it off, haven't you?
Yes, it's off.
Right. So now you just layer your... I'm just going to actually put it in so it's nice and rustic.
That's it.
And you just wanted to cover the whole base of your pan.
Yep.
And at the same time as putting it on, I'm using our KOO pickled onions. Now, you know I love these.
Yes.
They give a lot of crunch. And they go really well with the beetroot. So we're going to mix them in, spread them around. All right.
Perfect.
And then we're going to put some more beetroot over. You can basically use the whole bottle. This is really a messy affair. But you don't want to actually mix it in with the sauce, because the sauce, when it bakes, will actually start caramelizing the under part of your vegetables.
Perfect.
Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of pepper on.
A bit of seasoning. Well, if you want to get your hands on the recipe to our beetroot tart tartin this morning, very easy. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list. We'll also add a link to the recipe that you can go follow for step-by-step instructions as to how to make this beautiful and interesting dish.
All right, so let's bring the pan to the side. Right. And what I'm going to do now is put the pastry on.
All right, so you put the pastry like literally on the pan?
Literally on the top. That's why it must be a greased or a non-stick frying pan. And this pastry is very simple. It's very easy for the viewers to do. We're using puff pastry.
Okay, simple, easy.
So basically, you can see I've rolled it out already.
Yeah.
Much easier to pick up than the last time.
That's it.
And you layer it on like that, and then you basically put in your side. So what you're wanting to do is to create a vacuum in there.
Yeah.
You see how I'm just twisting it?
Yeah.
And you're turning it under. So when it bakes, it doesn't bubble out this way. It keeps all the moisture underneath.
All right, so it almost like steams as well as you go ahead.
Correct. And then what it does is when you put it in the oven like that, you bake it. Yeah. And then at the end, you're going to flip it over and you're going to have this beautiful tart.
All right.
And well, that's really how easy it is.
That really is easy. And it's interesting. interesting. It's something different. I think something that not a lot of people try every single day, which is great.
And really, you want to put this in a hot oven, so it's 180, 190, because your puff pastry needs the heat to get to rise.
Well, I'll tell you what, you get this guy in the oven. In the meanwhile, if you missed any of the steps on how we made this tartin this morning, here's your chance to see again.
Heat the sugar until it dissolves, then add salt and vinegar. Allow the mixture to caramelize. Add the butter, honey and thyme. Arrange the KOO beetroot and KOO pickled onions on the bottom of the caramel. Season with salt and pepper. Place rolled puff pastry on top of the beetroot, tucking the edges down into the pan. Bake for 30 minutes. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. You can also SMS the keyword KOO to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMS cost R1.50, no free SMSs, and T's and C's apply.
And absolutely delicious. It came out at the end. SMS that keyword KOO to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe for our beetroot tartin with some peppered goat's cheese going on right now.
Yes, we put in some goat's cheese on. You can see it just breaks the colour really well, and it goes really well with the beetroot.
Absolutely.
So it's like a whole meal in one. And then what we're going to do is just to balance the sweetness and bring in a little bit of acid, we're going to add in some KOO apricot halves that we've just chopped. And this adds some colour and some fruitiness to the dish. And it's really lovely. And then if you wanted to, you could drizzle with some honey afterwards. But I think there's enough sweetness in there.
I think it is good
and we just put a little bit of fresh thyme on the top, and there's really your tart, and you can serve that with an extra salad.
It's delicious.
How delicious is that?
Chef Moira, I love the spin on this recipe. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Really appreciate it. That keyword once again is KOO. SMS that to 33728. We'll send you everything you need to know. But if you have any interesting beetroot recipes that you would like to share with us, you can do so. Email us, food@expressoshow.com. We'd love to have a look and maybe even make your recipe right here live on air.
Only the best cooks serve KOO because they know it's carefully grown and made with meticulous attention. So when you serve KOO, you can trust you're serving only the best.